dash cam. Did you have it installed professionally?
Installed it myself.
Can you tell us how?
Let's watch the video. Hey, what's up guys? So today we'll show you our A129 Duo dash cam. So this one enables you to record the front of your vehicle and the back of your vehicle using two cameras. And this also gives you the capability to record footage while you are on park mode, and that's going to be the main point of this video. So I'm not going to do an unboxing video. I'll just show you what you need to hardwire this dash cam. Okay, so now we have our two cameras which come with the Viofo A129 package, and all of these comes from the box. So you have your cable management clips, so you'll bring that down to your car when you head down. You have additional adhesives just in case you need some more, and your pry tool, which helps you in fixing your cable within the panels of your car. And then in addition to those stuff that would come from the box, I also had to buy other stuff that you would need to hardwire your dash cam to your car. So first you need a circuit tester. This one enables you to check which fuse you can tap onto by using this tip here, and you connect this to ground. So that will show you which one is accessory and which one draws from the battery. This set here, hardwire kit for the specific dash cam. So you have here, this is your ground, you have accessory connection and your battery connection. So I'll show you guys what exactly you need to do. This one connects to your camera directly. For us to tap directly onto our fuse panel, I bought some fuse taps. So if you have a Honda Civic, you should be getting the, what do you call this? I think it's the mini profile fuse taps. But you should double check in your owner's manual to check what fuse taps you actually require. So when we head down, I'll show you exactly where you would be putting this into. Alright, so like I said, before heading down to your car, you can do some stuff to prepare for the installation. So one of those is connecting the hardwire kit to your fuse taps. It's much easier doing this with a table with a lot of light. So first what you need to do is twist it. Twist the wire, both wires, of course. And the fuse taps I have here has a small hole inside. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. So what I'm going to do is insert this wire inside that hole and crimp it with the pliers. I think ideally you should be using a long nose pliers for this, but I don't have one, so I'll just use what I have. Okay, so after you do that, it's gonna look something like this. I think it's gonna be much neater if you have that long nose pliers. But yeah, this one does the trick. So you have to do that same thing for the accessory wire. Twist the wires inside. Get one of these. Insert that. And crimp on that bit there. Alright? Okay, so you know that it's all good when you tug on it. It's not dislodging or being disconnected. Do the same for the other one. And that's all set. The next one that we should do is put at least 5 amps on this bit here, the one closest to the wire. Put 5 amps there because this one needs to be smaller than this one. So the fuse that we will be putting here is the one that we will be getting from the car. So what I have here are a set of 5 amp fuses. So I'll just put one there so that we're ready when we go to the car. So after putting those fuses in, it should look something like this, both sides. And then I think we're ready to go down to the car. Make sure you bring a shifter or an adjustable wrench when you head down so we can loosen a nut in the fuse box to connect this one. This is a ground cable. Alright, and then before we head down as well, just wanted to let you guys know that it is important to set this one to 12 volts so that you wouldn't end up with a dead battery. So it says here 12 volts should be the third click. So this is the first, second, third. So that's now set at 12 volts. Alright, we'll head down to the car and continue this from there. Hey guys, so as you can see we have a 2017 Honda Civic, and before we start, I just want you guys to know that if you go to the external fuse box, if you open that, you can get a fuse puller, which would make our lives easier. So I suggest getting that first before opening the panels inside the car. So what you can do to make your life easier is remove the panel first. Usually it's on the driver's side, and just pull it down like that. Right, so once you remove the panels under your steering wheel, you should have a look at the schematic around your fuse box. Here's your fuse box. Because what you don't want to do is mess around with your airbags or something critical. So what we're going to do is try to have a look at something that is our constant 12 volt, which would mean it's directly connected to our battery, and have a look at which of these fuses would work once we turn on our accessory mode. Okay, so we have our circuit tester here. Try to find a ground bolt or nut that you can connect to, and check which one of the fuses here has power. So for example, this one has a constant 12 volt, so that's a potential one that we can use, but we would have to double check if that would be actually suitable from our schematic diagram. Okay, so now that we know that this second row, second column, and third column, second row, we'll have a look. Okay, so I selected this fuse here, so we'll get that off. Okay, then we'll put it in one of our fuse taps. Okay, so the next step is trying to find the accessory fuse. So if we turn this on, You see that it turns on. If you turn this off, it's off. So we're sure that this fuse is always on when we are on our accessory position. Alright? Right, so for our accessory, I chose fuse number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we pull that as well. Okay, so you'll see here that the aftermarket fuses are on the wire side, the farthest from the T, and the fuses that we removed are closest to the T. And when we put them back, we have to make sure that the hot side of the fuse box is connected to this side, which is the farthest from the wire. So I'll show you guys how to check that. Okay, so checking for which side is hot. It's either this one or this side. So let's try putting it at the bottom side first and see if our circuit tester lights up. Nope. Try the other one. Oh, good. So we know that at the upper side we're gonna be putting our fuse tap top side, which is the farthest from the wire. Okay, and do the same thing for the accessory wire here. So we know that the hot side is the upper side, which is this side here. So we will connect this side there. Okay, checking for the hot side of the accessory fuse. It's lighting up at the bottom side, so that's the hot side. So which means for this fuse, which is the accessory wire, the yellow one, we will install it like this. Right? Okay, so after everything, when you're happy with your installation, just try to make sure that the wire is a bit neat, you know, at the back. And I put the voltage cut over switch here, which is tied to this bit here, just to make sure that it doesn't move when you drive. So I think we're ready to put back the panel. Next step is clean your hands, and then just try to clean the spot where you're looking to put the dash cam. So for myself, I plan to put it here. Just make sure that's nice and clean. Okay, because what we're gonna do is mount the dash cam so that we know exactly how long the power wire should be, because we're gonna have to route this, you know, around the frame, around your windshield, so just makes it a bit nicer. Okay, so we're gonna put our front dash cam here. Of course, peel that adhesive protector. And what's great about this dash cam is you can adjust the camera from here. Just pull it down, we'll push it up a bit. Okay. Right. Now we just plugged in our USB power cable. What we're gonna do next is try to route it around the trim of the car. Just for the Honda Civic, there's a nice crevice where you can put in that wire. Just try to make it as professional as possible. So this specific dash cam comes with a prying tool. so you can push the wire inside those panels in your car. Makes it a lot easier, if you ask me. Right there, so that's it's out of sight. So after you fix the wiring, it's gonna look something like this. So it's just around the frames, have a bit of wire sticking out there, but it's fine for me. Inside the trims, around the weather protector, and down to the fuse box. I think we did pretty well. What do you think? Next step is to connect the rear camera to the front camera. So you have to make sure that you use the correct wires, because it can get a bit confusing with a lot of wires included in the package. No wire. Wrong box. So as you can see here, we have a USB cable that gives you power. This one connects to your ladder connection in your car. So all in all, it gives you 3 wires, but for the front to rear, it should be fairly easy to understand because there's a label saying connect front camera. Okay, so our rear camera is now work in progress by KePia. Thanks for the help. Just putting the wires inside the trims again, all the way from the front to the back. The wires already in the trim, across the passenger side. Okay, so before finishing the routing of the rear camera wire, what we did was mount the rear camera first so that we know exactly how long we need the wire to be. And when we did that, we had to double check how it looks like from the camera itself. So Viofo has this nice mobile app that you can use to check what it looks like when you actually install the camera. So we're pretty happy with the location of the rear camera. Just make sure that the captured view is within the reach of your rear wiper, the same as your front wiper for the front camera, so that you're always going to have a clear view of what's happening outside. So now we're here.
You just insert, apparently there's a secret space here, so if the wire is long.
Yep, so that's for a Honda Civic hatchback. There's a lot of space in this area where you can just jam it in, you know? And then
Jamming.
Connect the cable to the rear camera, and of course you'll have a bit of slack, but I think that's fine. We just finished wiring our rear camera, so this is how it looks like currently. There's a bit of slack for us to be able to open the hatch, which is of course required, and you'll see that the wire is just inside the trim of the car, going to the front, just around that, around the frame, and this connects to the camera in front. After all that wire routing, we only used one wire clip, and that is to support this part of the wire here. There we go. So if you have a Honda Civic and you think that you can wire it better than what we did, please let us know.
Yes.
And lastly, don't forget to return the fuse remover, and in any case that you lose any fuse inside the car, you have one of each as spare. So you have 5 amps, 10 amps, 15 and 20 amps available, so you don't have to worry.
Beautiful car, hey?
Now we're done with our installation. Let's check if it works. Looks pretty good.